is.
I know what a tetherball pole
Oh, okay.
is.
I was just doing it for you then, because I thought you might not
I
have known
know.
what a tetherball
I appreciate
was.
that you actually care. You know, that's touching.
Now, for those of you who might not be familiar what tetherball is, it was basically a ball attached to a pole on a tether, and you had to wrap it around, and you won if you wrapped it around. And one person had to hit the ball clockwise, the other had to hit it counterclockwise, and whoever got the ball to wrap around the pole all the way won. And that's what you like to see with the hamster, but I don't see no hamster on here, so we'll see how this goes.
Law-abiding citizens picking some of their favorite picks here. Basically the same comp they've been running for the last 4 or 5 games.
We'll see if it pays off for them, though.
And then we have over here, already on the point.
Which means they know what direction they're going to be coming from. So
they have a Farah up in the sky here with me, too.
That's a good idea to have a Farah up there.
It's a great shot down in there, that big clump of people.
Yep, because Farah does a lot of AoE damage.
But the first kill comes in for Junkrat as they all pile in onto the point.
And lots of damage being dealt out by the
Mercy
law-abiding
picks
citizens.
Symmetra back up. Their tank goes down. Their tank line is dropping quickly.
Yep, and once your tanks start to drop, that's when
and
your
here
team
comes
goes.
Justice. Already she had her ult up, and she ults to secure the point.
Wonderful use of the ultimate
At the cost of her life.
I mean, trading one for the entire team, I'm okay with that. So we'll see if the law-abiding citizens can now keep going. So again, you see those aggressive tactics by private profiles.
Pushing forward, trying to corral them in the spawn. This is an even worse level for that than usual, though. The spawn does not have an opening in it where you can actually be damaged. So even if you corral them in it, they can literally shoot out from you and be invulnerable while they're doing it.
You can't really do that, but their tactics of pushing off of the point and not actually holding on where the point is seems to have been working.
Lucio ult keeping them all healthy. The tire only gets 1, so it's not the best tire ever. As they continue to fight pretty tooth and nail around this.
Yep, a lot of damage being dealt out, and it looks like private profiles are going to hold on, but that was a tough fight. It was by no means an easy fight for them.
All right, so we're going to have to wait for them to, law-abiding citizens, to stack up and try for the next retake.
Yep, so as you can see, lots of volleys being thrown in from deep into the map.
Junkrat goes down, but Junkrat gets lifted right back up again. And then
Reaper
Hanzo just throws himself off the map and dies.
Oof, unfortunate right there.
As they wrap around from the backside, and they have a big ult advantage right now, so this is really their chance to...
Yep, so Team Private Profiles holding them off really good here in this first round, so they're probably going to be taking this one.
Here comes the gravity, but the gravity grabs nothing.
Nope, but that's going to be the first round of this map secured by Team Private Profiles. And we'll see if the law-abiding citizens are able to make something else happen here at Lijiang Tower.
And here we are at our second favorite pagoda.
It's good architecture right there.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, just look at those curves.
Yep, those nice little wings that are going off at the top there, and you can even see, if you get inside, if you look up, you can actually, there's some railings that you can hold on to up there, and if you're Lucio or Farah, you can actually be raining justice from above while awaiting all of the people that are coming from down below.
Looks like there's 2 Farahs in this match now, as well as law-abiding citizens' signature Junkrat. But Private Profiles Farah wins that Farah duel.
That is very difficult to win a Farah duel because they're usually flying all over the place left and right. So now
we come in here and
good dueling going on right now around the point. looks like deaths happening on each side. Private Profiles taking a few less. Oh, and then some more deaths coming through.
Point is still contested. Fair is on it. And there's a pause.
Oh, looks like we're having some kind of technical issues here, so we got to pause it briefly while we see what's going on. I think it might be a headset issue is what I'm being told. So as you can see, based off of what's going on right now, Private Profiles just taking the point, and the law-abiding citizens losing 3 people in that last exchange. So we'll see what can happen here in just a moment. So we'll take a brief break as we fix this headset issue.
Out to Chase Berry for 3. Rebound by Peyton Crispin. He's going to put it back. And he got it! The Lakers hit 3.
Welcome back again. Music Park, home of your SWOCC Lakers.
Can't get the shot to go, and the Lakers win the ball game. Go! Lakers win! Lakers win! Lakers win in overtime. 108-106.
All right, and we're back. It looks like we have fixed the headset issue that was going on. So the game is going to resume here. Now it looks like Team Private Profiles taking control of the point. So it's just going to start to take off. But as you can see, they're not sitting on the point. They're going to be taking refuge behind the tower there. Looks like they're going to be...
And they're not even close to the point, as the entire team is going to...
They're behind the point. They were holding off in the back of the point, waiting for the law-abiding citizens
And the
to come
justice
on.
comes in from above.
Ooh, gets 3. So it looks like they're doing pretty well. Private Profiles are going to be, again, aggressive and push it forward. Now it looks like Private Profiles are going to be trying to push them backwards, but the law-abiding citizens are trying to push forward. Now it looks like Private Profiles are pushing a few folks forward, and the law-abiding citizens are trying to...
Half of their team is going forward, and huge gravity dropped right there. All the kills come in.
It looks like quite a few... Oh, that was the entirety of the law-abiding
that was
citizens.
it. As we're at 90%, Diva's going to make a run for it. She's going to make a run for the point and hope she can get there in time.
Ooh, it's going to be
see if she can make it. 97, 98, 99, it's not going to happen.
No. So Team Private Profiles are going to take this first map. So take the early lead 1-0.
And so,
And we're going to see, I'm guessing it's that ultimate within, they got about 4 kills just a little while ago. Yep, it's going to be that ultimate. They got 3 kills, and then they're getting another one off of that, too.
I wish you guys could see that.
I know.
That's
the
okay.
stream just pauses from time to time. So we're going to get the next map set up as we get forward. So it's going to be choice again for the law-abiding citizens. So we'll be right back with the second round. All right, so it looks like Team Private Profiles taking that first victory, and we're going to go next to Kings Row being chosen by the law-abiding citizens.
All right, back on this familiar old road.
Yep, we've seen this map a few times, as we're going to probably fly over to that statue. Yep, that's the statue that we've seen several times. Zach just loves flying right to that statue. There's some other areas. I can potentially see a bastion being put up on that right side of the screen there.
On the right side?
Yeah.
Yeah, up over here, but he can't get over the wall, unfortunately.
If you could get him up there, though, that'd be a good place to put a bastion.
Maybe you could have a May that would prop you up.
Potentially right there on the top of the...
Right here, but
Yep.
again, he'd have to have a May to boost him up.
Yep. But it'd
very
be worth
difficult.
it. It'd be fun.
Would be fun, but as soon as they had a Junkrat or a Farah, you'd just be a sitting duck.
Yeah, it's true. Or a Widowmaker or other kind of sniper would also take you out pretty quick.
So let's see what the lineups are going to be. I'm almost disappointed that this is the second map and not the third map. If it was the third map, we could say it could be the Kingmaker.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, King's Row.
Or the
Kingmaker.
King Breaker.
Or the King Breaker. The beginning of the end of someone's dream.
Yep. Who knows whose dreams could be shattered here today, or dreams could be kept alive.
So it's law-abiding citizens setting up for their defense. And let's see how far Private Profiles can push it.
Well, and Private Profile is going to try and be a sniper right off the bat, but they saw Widowmaker and took some shots at her. It looks like there's going to be a Tracer sneaking around the backside. And
Sneaky Tracers.
It's a good May wall to delay. What you want to do with that May wall, though, is try to wait for a couple of people to move forward and then try to separate the teams.
It's always a good one. Junkrat goes down, which is tragic. Junkrat's one of their biggest components. Maywall comes in, to the side, but there's no one there even trying. Tracer's still in the back.
Yep, Tracer just harassing in the back rows. And
Healer goes down.
it looks like they're getting pinched again with Zarya coming up in the back line.
Tracer ult comes in, takes out one.
It looks like Private Profiles are just going to take out basically their whole team.
Sniper manages to pick off two more in the end. One is Junkrat and one is the Orisa. Now they're going to have their sniper up here at the top as they
Yep, as Private Profiles
push
again,
forward.
That's what they seem to be doing, is they push forward while one person stays back to capture the point.
May's in her ice block. She's going to run for it, block that off. They've only just captured the payload.
Yep, there was only one person back there, so they captured the payload quite slowly. And only one person is on the payload, so they're going to move not as fast as they could.
We've got a Torbjorn, just like you always wanted, man.
Yay, finally a Torbjorn. Throwing out that turrets, and those turrets are going to do lots of damage.
Turret is actually doing work.
That's what you like to see, is those turrets going to work.
And the great thing about turrets is they cannot be fooled by flankers.
Nope. And as soon as somebody appears within
Torb takes that fight.
within their bubble of vision, it just turns and starts shooting at them. You can't sneak a peek at them and get a lucky snipe shot. It'll instantly see you and start shooting at you. So, Team Private Profiles holding strong on the payload.
They're even keeping Orisa back, who is basically their only tank.
As they try to put as much damage forward as they can.
Widowmaker drops her ult, allowing them to see through walls as they have a huge ult advantage. They've built up a massive ult advantage here as they're riding this thing right into the second point.
Yep, and it's probably going to go right there into the second point,
Widowmaker
uncontested,
gets.
because of how Private Profiles are doing their attacks. They're moving forward with 5 folks and leaving one person back to
May ult comes
defend.
out, but it's behind everything and hits nothing.
It hit Tracer a little bit. Or is that Morgana?
I'm not quite sure I remember what her name is, but it's
That's
not Morgana.
probably wrong. Yeah, I was probably
Morgana
wrong.
is a character from League of Legends.
Oh, that's true. I'm getting my games confused.
This has been my problem the entire tournament.
Or is it Morgan?
No.
No? It's somebody. It's somebody's name that I
And
actually
there
cannot
goes the
remember.
Sigma ult, bopping them all up into the air.
And some good defending right here.
Multiple ults dropped in return. Widowmaker gets 2 more snipes.
Hovering around that Orisa ult, dealing so much more damage, and they wipe out
She is
nearly
going
the
to
entire
run up here to
team.
this top balcony to take a few more shots. Let's get a
This is what you want to see, is your sniper getting up and taking out some folks very aggressively. As you can see, she's moving left and right basically the whole time. That protects her from being shot by another sniper who needs to
She's
stand
gotten
still.
2 more kills since she came up onto that balcony.
Yep, I
3,
think
make that
that's
3.
gonna do it there.
That's
So
it.
Team Private Profiles are gonna get all 3 points for that first round.
Got to be honest, I would not be unhappy to see a Widowmaker play the game for those headshots.
That's true.
Widowmakers don't get a lot of play of the games for headshots.
No, it'd be wonderful to see that. You don't really see many Widowmakers getting play of the game anyway. Usually a play of the game goes to one of the other attacking players who's got an ultimate that
Kills everybody
like
all at the
3 or
same-
4 people at the same time.
Widowmaker is really one of those characters that just gets like one pick here, one pick there. It's very difficult to chain together those one-hit kill shots
Yep.
in any kind of way that will make the game recognize your hard work and effort.
So now it's going to be Team Private Profiles on the defense and the law-abiding citizens trying to play offense this time around. I see a big change being made on Team Private Profiles side. Looks like they've switched over to Bastion. I did not see him during that last round. But again, a more aggressive loadout for each team. No like huge tanks being played. I think-
Actually, Private Profiles is loaded out with their most tanky lineup yet.
With the Bastion, the
Bastion, the
Orisa,
Orisa, and the Zarya.
So we'll see if that plays in their favor, because they are definitely defending. There's no Mei out there. And it looks like there's still a sniper out there, so still a Widowmaker.
Widowmaker was doing really good.
So very aggressive
As you can
plays.
see, they're all stacked up right up there on the high ground, protecting that Bastion.
And the Bastion just trying to lay out as many bullets as possible.
Yeah, just
Hold them off.
fire until you're empty, reload, and keep firing.
Yeah, because he has like 200 or 300 rounds when he's in turret mode. And those rounds just fly out like nobody's business. Ooh, Zarya getting a couple of kills off right there.
That's not Zarya.
No, that wasn't Zarya.
That's that healer that I can't remember the name to.
Yeah, that's the... I'm going to call her Morrigan right now. That's going to be her name until I figure out what her name actually is.
Widowmaker getting chased off of her perch by Junkrat, who's firing out some ordnance.
It looks like Team Private Profiles holding strong again as one unified team, as it looks like...
Junkrat getting taken down by Bastion, who must have moved forward in...
Yeah, Bastion did move forward. He's now right up there in the front lines.
Junkrat's taking a lot of damage again as he moves around and tries to get up to the top.
It looks like overall we're seeing a fragmented team attack coming from the law-abiding citizens.
They don't seem to be stepping back a little bit or enough to really regroup and make a concerted effort.
No, it's more
just
of
a continuous
piecemeal
brawl
effort that they're putting forward.
And the snipe comes in on the Orisa.
Yep, so that's going to allow Team Private Profiles to regroup, and hopefully you can see...
And law-abiding citizens are switching it up, trying something else. That's what I like to see. So Symmetra ult comes out, as well as the Gravity Storm. Symmetra ult is probably very helpful right here. It's allowing them to flank back around the side. The Gravity Storm missed everything.
They're able to break around and start flanking and get to the point and start contesting it a little bit.
Bastion in the back is getting healed up.
Yep, and that Bastion's been holding off real strong for Team Private
Orisa
Profiles.
goes down as she's trying to get on the point.
It looks like Private Profiles are going to hold off another attack there
So
by the law-abiding citizens.
law-abiding citizens only have 1 minute left to take this point. If they can't do that, then that's game 2 for Private Profiles. We've really had a fantastic showing this tournament.
Some strong teams out there. Hopefully some good recruits then for the esports teams that we have on campus. That looks like, ooh, strong defending there by Team Private Profiles. Being able to take out
Widowmaker.
2-1. And there's 2 more going down.
There's the Bastion ult, and
Gotta watch out for that little tank.
Widowmaker finally got taken out by Junkrat. That revenge kill coming in.
And Private Profiles holding off another attack. So this is the last potential attempt here for
We've got 9 seconds
the
to get someone on the
law-abiding
point.
citizens.
Here comes the Symmetra ult to cover their advance. This will allow them to get to the point. But as soon as they cross that barrier, they just get mowed down by the Bastion.
Yep, the Bastion's got a shield in front of him, and that's just
Symmetra
been
ult goes
their
down.
undoing.
Symmetra takes a couple with her, though.
So Symmetra took 2.
But the Bastion is still right there on the corner.
And
The Bastion goes down. Symmetra kills the Bastion as well.
This is really close. It's in overtime right now.
It is in overtime.
There's
a Diva on the point now as well.
We'll see if the law-abiding citizens are able to actually push them off the point, which they have.
They've got to. Oh, that was so close.
And I think he just stepped off.
They just stepped
just
off.
for hair too long. So Private Profiles going to take map 2 of this best of 5 series.
Moira.
I was close. Morrigan.
You knew it started with an M.
Yep, Moira. So the first 2 rounds are going to go to Team Private Profiles.
First 2 maps to
third
Private
map
Profiles.
is going to be, again, another choice. So this is where, if you're the law-abiding citizens, you got to win the next 3 games
In a row.
in a row.
Back to back.
So again, law-abiding citizens.
But that's
can
what
get a
happened
pick.
the last time. That is
Yeah.
what happened the last time we had this tournament.
Yeah.
Is
A reverse
sweep.
That
So
was the League of Legends tournament we were talking about.
Was it the League of Legends
Yeah,
tournament?
it was. There was a reverse sweep. Junkertown is the map that they're
a new
wanting to
map.
pick. That's a map that I am not familiar with. I don't think I've heard of Junkertown. So we're going to go in and get that map selected. Junkertown. So we'll be right back after a brief break with Junkertown.
Tokyo Bistro, a blend of traditional and modern Japanese cuisine featuring fresh local seafood, seasonal produce, and unique wine and sake selections. Fresh, healthy, and delicious. It's truly a unique dining experience on Oregon's South Coast. Visit Tokyo Bistro.
This is Southwestern's dental assisting program. In just 1 short year, you could be a dental assistant. Sign up now for your 1-year dental assisting certification.
Whatever your dream, just keep chasing it. In the all-new Honda CR-V. With available features like hands-free access power tailgate, turbocharged engine, and a sharper, more stylish interior. CR-V, the best-selling SUV in America. From Honda.
All right, and we're back. Round 3 of this best of 5 in the finals, and we're finally getting to see a new map.
Junkertown.
And I don't think this is a map I've ever actually seen.
Well, then I can give you a quick tour of it. It's a pretty nice map. So outdoors here we have this shanty town of scrap metal buildings.
Looks like overall it's going to be another escort mission. That looks like the payload right
That
there.
right there is indeed the payload.
And it looks like it's made of gold.
And the attackers will start in this building here. And it is made of gold.
Looks like lots of verticality. It's a very open map. So
It's
if
very
you've got
open
like
out here.
a Farah or any other character that can fly, it's going to be a good advantage there. I don't see any Farahs though.
There is this map is very well known for being sort of a bastion map. You plant bastion on top of this thing and you just write it. You write it straight to the end of at least the very first point.
Right to the end. Okay,
So I expect this to be the strategy since I see a bastion here and an Orisa.
I think that's with Team Private Profiles once again with a Bastion.
Indeed it is.
So it's going to be very similar to, I can't remember, Dorado? No, the nighttime map that we were playing earlier, where the payload is literally right outside of your spawn zone, and you can start moving it right away.
It'll be pretty similar to that, yes.
So lots of aggression right off of the bat.
You actually have to be a little careful on the attack here because the defending team can just start off by bottlenecking you inside of that spawn point. But we've got Widowmaker out here
making some moves.
getting a quick couple of shots in and a kill on the Roadhog. She's being chased around in the back, taking up a lot of time. She's buying so much time for her team to get out of that spawn point and get set up on this point.
Yep.
The Bastion is set up now. The shield is set up now.
Yeah, it's
and so I expect to watch this thing just as a fly forward like a mobile tank, and
as long as the Orisa can keep the pressure on and the Bastion can stay behind the shield. And it looks like that's what's going to be happening.
Widowmaker's used her ult so they can see everyone through walls and know where they're at. And so once this point gets over here to that gate, it says Junkertown over the top of it. That will open and they'll move on to the second part of the map. As you can see, Bastion has ulted and run over here to kill everybody.
3 tank kills right there.
So a very good showing there. Junkrat doesn't quite make it out and gets mowed down as he attempts to escape and fall back to the rest of his team.
So we'll see what they're able to do as Private Profiles, again, aggressively moving forward, leaving only a couple of people back at the point.
Widowmaker's kind of in close range there, gets shot in the head by a bunch of rocks. As law-abiding citizens are up here at the gate, fighting the gate for every inch, at the gate for every inch.
Yep, and that's what you got to do. You just got to keep the pressure on. And if your team Private Profiles, oof, good hook there.
Hooked off. Roadhog has to fall back, though. He's going to get killed in the back line there. Widowmaker goes down to the Junkrat again. Junkrat goes down to the Orisa.
Yep.
Anna goes down to the Roadhog in the back.
Yep.
But all
Profiles just moving
all
forward.
the while, they're just sailing forward free. And this will open up the third section of the map.
Yep, that just moving super fast through this. So this third set, yeah, I've definitely not played this map. This has to have been a recent map. And by recent, I mean within the last 2 years.
That it would be. Law-abiding citizens fighting back really
hard.
Really hard here.
I think the spawn point probably moved to
the spawn
really
point
close by.
Did move to much closer, and they're starting to take control over this this point here. But
Team Private
we've got a
Profiles
Doomfist that just
not
came
giving
in
an
for
inch.
Private Profile, and they're going to be able to stack up on this point and probably take this back.
It looks like they were able to stack up with the Doomfist ultimate and also a tank being used by Bastion. So they're just moving
And so
forward.
the point comes through here, passes this spot with the spinny platforms,
blades, and then moves
circles around to here and goes to that circle.
And then that's it.
And just back in that corner is where the defender's spawn point is now. So the closer it gets to that circle, the bigger the spawn advantage will be for the defenders.
Yep, and it looks like the offense just keeping with that Bastion Orisa strategy on top of the payload.
That's one of the effective strategies for this map. You get the Bastion on the payload and you just ride it to victory. It's got the Ana ult on it as well. It'll be able to mow through pretty much anything pretty quick.
It looks like it's going to be held.
He gets taken down by Roadhog, though. And this is some of that respawn advantage as everybody starts coming in. The gravity gets dropped. There's 1 kill, 2 kills.
It's really close, though.
But nobody's pushing the payload.
Nope. You gotta keep on that payload.
Reinhardt gets back. He gets knocked off. They're pushing the payload again. Mercy's trying to stand on it.
Looks like the Orisa ult
Are they going to
is
be able to
down.
get back in time? And the answer is no.
Nope, not this time. Real close there, our last attempt. So first round, all 3 points going to Team Private Profiles. You got to wonder if the other team, the law-abiding citizens, were taking notes during that, seeing what strategies worked for Team Private Profiles and trying to adopt those for their own, because now they've got to get all the way forward with that one. So again, same setup. So we'll see if the law-abiding citizens are going to be able to get theirs, or if Private Profiles, like you said, can take advantage of this attacking and pen up the law-abiding citizens in their spawn point.
As we see right here, they are, in fact, opening up with a Bastion.
Yep, they must have been
Taking
taking
a
notes.
slightly different route with it. They've only got one main tank
A
as
couple
well.
of Sombras being played. I haven't seen her played this whole tournament.
Sombra's a really good skirmisher, and both sides have her this time around. And her ability to hack people, it drops their shields. It'll also put Bastion back into scout mode and take him out of turret mode.
Yep, so we'll see if they're going to go through the front door or if there's a side door that they're just going to go through.
There's a Hanzo over here watching that door as they come storming out, and
Yep,
they
came out
quickly
the other side.
quickly break their quarantine.
All right, and it looks like Team Private Profiles are holding strong, but also the law-abiding citizens have a really good angle with their Bastion right now, getting everybody who's out in the middle of the street while he's protected in a building. So moving
Private
forward.
Profiles are getting this thing moving.
Yeah, no,
That's encouraging.
They're not getting it moving. That's the law-abiding citizens moving it. Private Profiles
I've got
are
'em
trying
backwards.
to stop
Apologies.
it from moving.
Private Profiles are doing a good job of keeping it relatively close to the spawn.
Yep. And they are able to kill the majority
And
of
that
the team.
Moira just wipes out the whole team. 4 kills. That's crazy.
Oof. And that Bastion was killed behind the wall in his own spawn zone, which is not necessarily a safe zone if you're just standing in
There's
the doorway.
the
That was a
ult
Sombra
from
ult.
Sombra that hacks everybody in the area, preventing them from using their abilities.
Oof. So that's tough if you're especially trying to use your abilities.
Absolutely.
Moving out.
And Private Profiles is actually doing a really good job.
As the payload is slowly moving
But,
back. So the law-abiding citizens trying to
Law-abiding citizens are
break
going to have
out
to
of this.
find some opening to break out of this quarantine that's been
Yep.
established here.
It's an uphill battle because there's only a couple of ways you're able to get out, and depending on how you zone the other team, you could potentially keep them penned in and only coming out of 1 or 2 areas.
You've got to be careful because law-abiding citizens are at an ult disadvantage, a big one right now.
But that could change real quick if they start to get some kills and put some damage, because they're really close on all of their folks to getting an ultimate.
And here comes the Hanzo ult.
Yep, coming right into
Right
the
through
base.
the spawn into the base, where it
Does nothing.
does nothing at all.
Might have done a little bit of damage, but nobody died from it. And it looks like some people up on the balcony there for law-abiding citizens trying to break out. Maybe hit the back line.
And once again, the ult advantage is extremely telling. Private Profile has 4 ults,
Yep,
although
law-abiding citizens.
law-abiding
has 4 of them
citizens
now.
just finished all of theirs, basically. So this next fight is going to be
It's gonna be a big
flashy
one.
and decisive. And they're going to come out immediately with the Zenyatta ult, healing everybody, preventing... There's the hack for everybody, the gravity wave.
Oof. A lot of deaths happening. The May ult blowing up, getting a couple of the private profile teams.
I mean, the Diva ult.
Right, the Diva ult.
Diva ult. But after all the ults are dropped, with the spawn advantage, it seems like they've broken out.
Yep, law-abiding citizens moving forward now.
They are on the point, and they're riding it toward the first checkpoint. Just in the nick of time. They've got 20 seconds to get it over there. They can't really afford to
waste any time.
Allow themselves to be stalled very much.
Nope. If they get stalled and they all get killed, this could be it. Because while they are close to their spawn point, they've taken the...
No, with the in overtime, they're just not close enough. Not in overtime. And overtime, they are in.
So now it's really whoever can win this team fight will then push it forward or win the game.
And I would say the advantage is squarely in
private profiles.
Private
They're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 kills. And there we go. Private profiles just wipe the entire team, and so that's going to do it. So private profiles are going to win map 3.
And the tournament.
And that means they're going to win the tournament.
All right, we're going to Doomfist play the game here. Let's see what this looks like.
All right there towards the end, getting a couple of kills there. Basically drops his ult right there at the end, gets a couple of kills, and punches
squishes that poor Junkrat
off.
That Junkrat did so much work throughout this whole tournament. It squishes him right at the end.
Yep. So we're going to end this stream, and we'll be right back with a new stream to do closing ceremonies and presentations of tournament prizes.